Hi guys, and welcome back to another video with the Omega Enthusiast. This video will be on my small collection of vintage Longines watches. I hope this video will influence you guys to appreciate vintage Longines even more. Do not forget to hit on that thumbs up button below and turn on the notification bell. Before I get started, thank you to Jordan Berg for supporting me on Patreon. Make sure to watch until the end of this video for a sneak preview of some interesting stuff. For this video, I have 5 of my personal Longines timepieces. There are many attractive Longines watches throughout the 1930s to 1960s. However, my collection will mainly consist models from the late 30s and 1940s. What I have here is a 1938 sector dial pocket watch, a 1940 Tre-Tacche small second, a 1940 Longines RAF watch, a 1946 cushion case small second, and a newer stock full set 1968 Ultra-Chron. After watching this video, make sure to comment below which is your favorite piece. The first piece that I have here is a vintage Longines pocket watch. I love pocket watches and I bought this piece to display in my workshop. I still need to service the movement, clean up the case, and replace or polish the current crystal. If you are new to vintage watches, old Longines are famous and well known for a few things, 2 of which are on this pocket watch. It has the step bezel and a factory original sector dial, are both highly collectible. Similar to buying a wristwatch, I must go through a few things before I buy a pocket watch. The dial must be original finish and in good shape. The balance staff is not broken inside the movement, as parts can be quite difficult to locate. The case is in very good unpolished condition, original correct crown, and a correct working bow. When all the above are checked, you can be very certain that your timepiece is completely original. If you would like to learn more about this Longines, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, this Longines dates to 1938, according to its movement serial number. You can always send an email to Longines and request for an extract of archive at no charge. It will provide you with the exact delivery date and destination where it was sent to. In order to request for the extract, you will need to provide the movement serial number. The manual wind movement inside this pocket watch is a caliber 37.9. Second up is my mid-size Longines Tre-Tacche. As mentioned above, Longines is famous for a few things, and Tre-Tacche is another thing that they are famous for. But what does it mean? It is referring to the number of grooves on the case back. Tre-Tacche is Italian for 3 notches. Omega and other brands have these grooves as well, but seldom will watch collector refer them as Tre-Tacche. That is because Italian loves Longines watches, and that is how this name was given. Hint: whenever you see 3 or more grooves on the case back, that indicates the case back is a screw lock type and not a snap-on. Notice the bezel on this Longines also has the step. Since there is no model name given to such a Longines, a collector will call it a Tre-Tacche with step bezel. This Longines will come in a few different case diameter. The one I have is among the smallest version for a gents watch, measuring at 30.5 millimeters in diameter. There is also a 35mm version of this watch, which can easily cost over $10,000 US. The crown that this watch takes is quite special, similar to some of the Omega military watches of this era. The crown does not take a gasket. Instead, the gasket is located inside the case tube. The movement that this watch takes is a Longines manual wind caliber 10.68. Watch number 3 is my Longines British Royal Air Force vintage watch, also known as a Longines RAF pilot watch. But the one I have is the civilian version, since the RAF version will have engraving on the case back. Omega and Jaeger-LeCoultre also made a similar version. Maybe one day I will try and collect all three. What I like the most about this Longines is the aging of the dial and set of blue steel hands. As a watch made for a fighter pilot, time telling must be made easy to read. Apparently, Longines reissued this watch in 2019. Here's a comparison that I have made comparing my original vintage with the heritage version. I must admit, Longines does make some very fine heritage watches. The original version has a diameter of 32 millimeters versus the heritage version measuring at 38.5 millimeter, excluding the crown. When you study the watch carefully, you will notice that it takes a special kind of crown, which can affect the value and collectability of this watch. Any watch that I buy to wear, I must service it, not only for the purpose that it gets fresh lubrication, but I also want a clean case without the sweat stain remain from the previous owner. You know what I mean. The movement that is inside this Longines is a manual wind caliber 12.68N with 16 jewel, which is a bigger version of the 10.68. Notice the case has Y type lugs instead of spring bar. Fourth piece is a unique 1946 cushion case Longines. Similar to the previous two pieces, this one also has the Y-type lugs. The dial on this watch is very special and nicely patina. Notice the name is printed above the sub-dial instead of below 12 o'clock. Roman numeral out indexes sure makes this watch appear like a miniature clock on the wrist. The movement that it takes is the same as the previous piece, except that this is the small second version of a caliber 12.68. Case diameter is 30.5 millimeter, excluding the crown. Since the case is square in appearance, it will make the watch appear more like 32 millimeters. The last piece is my full set 1968 Longines Ultra-Chron watch. I bought this piece years ago when the price of a vintage watch was still very cheap. Since I did not pay very much for this watch and it is in newer stock condition, I display it in my man cave. The Longines Ultra-Chron model are some of the most accurate watches ever made. The movement has a 36,000 beats per minute, meaning every minute the balance wheel swing back and forth 36,000 times, where the average movement at the time only has a 19,800 beats per minute. That said, the Ultra-Chron can hold its accuracy much longer than a lower beats per minute movement, and the second hand on a Ultra-Chron will sweep more smoother compared to a lower beats per minute movement. The date version, like on this watch, will take a Longines caliber 431 automatic movement, and the non-date version will take a caliber 430. The type of dial that is on this watch is referred to as a railroad dial. Here are a few interesting pieces that I promised to show at the end of this video. Not going to discuss too much about these few pieces as they will eventually hit my website. More information will become available then. These are known as 1940s Tre-Tacche Sei is Italian for 6. Tre-Tacche is more collectible compared to Sei-Tacche, but at the end of the day, they are just as great and attractive. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my educational video as always. Which is your favorite watch from this video? If you have any question or comment, please leave them in the comment section below. My website and Instagram links are also below this video. Do not forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on any of my future episodes. And please help support the channel by clicking on that thumbs up button below and support me on Patreon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.